want our customers and partners to know that Dell has never been more certain. Our business from end to end is strong and gaining momentum. Today, Dell is the fastest growing integrated IT company in the world.
Is Dell really doing great? Founded in 1984 by Michael Dell, this company has experienced an amazing journey of 30 years. In 2013, Mr. Dell announced taking the company back to private. We can see an evolution of communication marketing strategies from emphasizing on values and price to customization and personalization. And in the most recent marketing communication campaigns, we can see that Dell is focusing more on empowering individuals and businesses. So have these strategies been working? We have looked at market research, brand audit, consumer research, marketing communication strategies, and SWOT analysis. Here are our findings and the brand challenge we have found.
Brand challenge. First, Dell is not clear in differentiating itself from other computer brands. Its brand image is not strong. Second, it has a bad reputation on after-sales support. Customers were complaining that Dell has really bad customer service. Lastly, Dell has very little customer engagement on social media sites. We will talk you through these points in this presentation. Brand audit. After doing brand audit on Dell and its two biggest competitors, Apple and HP, we have compiled this table. Apple is chosen due to its current position as the market leader, and HP is chosen because it has the largest market share in the PC market and has a similar positioning to Dell. You can tell how similar they are by just looking at their logos. In terms of positioning and brand image, Dell computers are generally positioned and perceived as low-cost, customizable products that are mainly sold online, while Apple has more conceptual associations, such as innovation, simplicity, and user-friendliness. HP computers, on the other hand, are perceived as solid and reliable devices for business. The brand architecture of Dell and HP are similar. They both provide a range of hardware, software, and services. Though Apple also has various product lines, what makes it stand out is its monolithic brand identity. We learned from our interviews, observations, and sentiment analysis that Apple is successful in creating extremely positive customer experiences, while consumers of Dell and HP shared slightly negative comments about their experiences. To sum up, Dell and HP are similar in their brand positioning, brand architecture, brand image, and even the blue and white brand logo. Apple, on the other hand, is the rising market leader that has a way better brand image than Dell and HP. Consumer research. From our team's consumer observations in retail stores such as Best Buy and Staples, we found that customers checked Toshiba, HP, and Lenovo computers the most. Only a few customers checked Dell computers. We also found that male customers were more interested in computers than females, and they were more proficient in technology. Moreover, we noticed that most consumers were rational, or came with rational companions at least. The more interest a customer had in purchasing a computer, the more time he or she would spend in the retail store. Very few people brought materials to the retail stores, and nobody used a smartphone to do research in the store, but this does not necessarily indicate that customers were impulse buyers. The customers who purchased a computer in the retail store usually consulted the salesperson and spent relatively long time before making the purchase decision. Customers in the Apple store were relaxed, and they had various purposes. Some had a specific target, while others were just trying Apple products in the store. From our interview, we found the following insights. First, the brand image of a computer sometimes can associate to particular professions and personalities. Second, word of mouth plays a crucial role for people to make purchase decisions on computers. Third, gender matters. Female consumers rely more on others' advice for computer purchases. Male consumers rely more on their own research and judgments. More specifically, Apple users tend to be very loyal, but Dell is perceived as customizable, affordable, office use, reliable, heavy and thick, average performance, and boring. Another finding worth mentioning is that Alienware is perceived as a very different brand from Dell, even Dell owns it. We have picked Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram as our 4 major online platforms to analyze people's sentiments on different computer brands. First, to compare Dell, HP, and Apple's activeness on Facebook, we find that Dell has the longest history being present and also has the biggest number of total likes and visitors. However, when we compare the average number of likes each brand gets for a single post, Apple achieved over 1,000, HP received around 500, while Dell has less than 100. This observation might result from the fact that Apple updates the Facebook page about 5 to 8 times a day, whereas Dell and HP only post 5 to 8 times a week. On Twitter, HP set up its account around a year earlier than Dell did. It has a total number of followers that is almost twice as much as Dell does. One interesting observation is that Dell has a large number of related accounts such as Dell Enterprise Team, Direct to Dell, Dell Tech Center, and so on. This may confuse users, so they might not be following the main account. On the contrary, HP only has one official Twitter account, which might explain why it gets way more followers than Dell does. In terms of activities on Twitter, both Dell and HP are quite active. On average, both brands post 3 to 5 posts per day, and most of their posts are about promoting new products and raising brand awareness. As one of the most popular video watching sites, YouTube is considered to be essential in all 3 brands' marketing communication strategies. Apple has the most subscribers and gets the largest amount of views. However, it has the least videos and the layout of its page is the simplest. Despite that Apple blocks comments for all its videos, the channel receives the biggest number of likes and dislikes compared to the other 2 brands. Dell stands on the opposite sides of Apple. It is the most active channel among the 3 but gets the fewest comments on most videos it posts. Same with what it does on Twitter, Dell also has the largest number of related channels on YouTube. On Instagram, though Dell has almost 9,000 fewer followers than HP, it appears to be more active than HP. It has posted more images than HP. The average number of likes it got for each picture is in the range of 150 to 230. On the other hand, HP receives on average around 380 to 400 likes for almost every image it posts. One reason that could explain this is that HP has more followers, so the audience base is bigger. In terms of using hashtags, HP uses more often than Dell does in the captions of their pictures. There has been a consistency of putting hashtag HP and Hewlett-Packard in most of the company's Instagram photos, whereas Dell has significantly fewer photos with the Dell hashtags. To confirm our findings from the qualitative research, we conducted a survey and got a total of 122 responses. Here are some interesting insights. First, 56% of the respondents say they have more than one computer, and 47% have a tendency to switch to a different computer brand. Then, we found that the decision time for computer purchases tend to be very long, which corresponds with our observation results. You can see from the figure here that people are quite rational when they purchase a computer. 86% of them take more than a day to decide. Some even take more than half a month to make such decisions. We found out that people are influenced by a wide range of sources when they make a purchase decision. These 4 are the most common among them and are ordered according to respondents' ratings of importance. Continue on consumer behavior insights, we found that people are still price sensitive, but at the same time love new products and innovations. This is because respondents rated promotional period and new product launch as their most preferable time to make a computer purchase. Surprisingly, most people still prefer to buy in retail stores. This might put Dell's online direct selling model at risk. Also, most people buy computers for themselves instead of buying as a gift. In terms of brand perceptions, our survey yields some valuable insights. Apple is perceived to be a brand with strong brand image and design but weak on price and compatibility. Dell is strong on price but weak on after-sales support. Interestingly, HP shares similar strengths and weaknesses as Dell but stronger on the after-sales support. Marketing Communication Evaluation. Dell reached out to all kinds of social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so on from February 2006. Dell has more than 390,000 followers on Twitter and it received more than 7 million likes on Facebook. Dell also has presence on Google+. The cover picture on its Google Plus page is the picture of CEO Michael Dell's dorm room at the University of Texas, Austin, with the text 1984, the year Dell was founded. Dell's official website displays the information of its products and it engages users by applying interactive engagement platforms. There is a clear logo on the website and the description of the products is complete. On YouTube, one of the biggest online video platforms in the United States, Dell has its own channel which has more than 7,000 related videos. It synchronizes the latest version of its television commercials. Print and billboards commercials serve as an integral part of the campaign, which increase the level of integrated marketing. 4 principles determine how integrated brand marketing communication is. As for consistency across execution, Dell performs well within a short period of time. However, Dell's commercials were not consistent over time. The background voice of the beginnings campaign is different from the artifacts campaign, and the Lollipop Treats commercial uses female voice instead of male voice. What's more, Dell changed its logo and slogan frequently. The 4 logos are presented on the screen. Their slogan changed from "Yours is here" to "Easy as Dell" and to "The power to do more" over the years. As for consistency across media, Dell has put its logo on all media platforms, which allows its consumers to recognize the brand easily. Dell's latest campaign, The Beginning, did well in integration. The commercial was on network and cable news programs, printed ad, online advertising, outdoor advertising, and it has a 30-second version of the TV spot on New York taxi TVs. However, Dell was not consistent on its campaign for Inspiron laptops. The famous Lollipop campaign showcased the colorfulness of the Inspiron line, but on its official website, customers can only find black ones. As for connecting across media, Dell provided its official website link at the end of the television commercials. However, it still needs to make some improvements. Dell's social media platforms are not linked to each other, so customers have to search by themselves. Although Dell's television commercials can be found on its YouTube channel, Dell's Facebook and Twitter accounts did not have links to its television commercials and print advertisements. Dell did not perform well in the blending content across media aspect. Compared with its main competitor Apple, Dell received far less comments and shares from its followers. Compared with other global companies like Coca-Cola, Dell does not encourage its customers or followers to share pictures and thoughts about the product. Dell discourages its customers from getting engaged since most of the posts focused on industry trends and events, employee activities, and press articles. It did not blend any user-generated content across media. SWOT analysis. Based on our research result, we did a SWOT analysis for Dell. Dell has strengths in price, the ability to deliver customized products. Its marketing communication has a wide presence across different marketing channels, and it's able to produce ads that are centered on its core value proposition during a specific period of time. However, Dell has more weaknesses that needs to be improved. The most serious among them is its negative word of mouth, especially on their after-sales support and customer services. People share a common perception that Dell does not take care of its products once they are sold. Also, Dell put low investment on R&D, which make their products boring, mediocre, and expected. It's very rare for Dell customers to be surprised by the products they bought. This also leads to low differentiation between Dell and other brands. Dell also has a weak retail presence. Thus, the customers who love to touch and see the product before buying would find Dell unattractive because most of its models are sold online. Lastly, Dell is inconsistent in its marketing communication over the years. It changes its core value proposition too frequently that an old customer of Dell might find Dell not the same as what it used to be. As for opportunities, Dell still has a large stake in expanding its service to enterprise and business solutions by taking care of its old and faithful B2B customers. Also, Dell still has a great opportunities in emerging markets in developing countries. Its cost leadership can still be a competitive advantage in these markets. As e-commerce increasingly become a usual part in people's lives, Dell's strong e-commerce presence might still work well for online shoppers. Possible threats for Dell are mostly concerned around the fierce competition within the PC market. Unlike Apple's operating system, the switching cost for PCs is extremely low, which made the PC market extremely competitive. And as the other big companies in the market gradually find ways to cut their operating and production costs, Dell's old cost advantage disappears gradually. Strategic recommendations. After all the analysis for Dell, we have the following strategic recommendations for Dell. For Dell's positioning, we recommend that it stays consistent with its current proposition, the power to do more. This empowerment is to both individuals and small businesses. But instead of just giving a vague slogan, we recommend Dell to define specifically what are included in the word more. The two core areas for Dell to emphasize would be its unique ability to customize computers. This would be appealing to those tech-savvy consumers who love customization on their hardware devices. In addition, the power to do more also emphasize the power to reach your dreams. Our communication objectives for Dell will primarily concern in building positive brand association and emotional connection. This way, we can alter the negative word of mouth that Dell currently have. Ultimately, we want to differentiate the Dell brand from other players in the PC market. Thus, the optimal target audience for Dell would be 16 to 25 years old dreamers who cannot afford a fancy computer. Dell computers can be their first computer to help them achieve their goals and dreams. We created a persona to illustrate our target audience. His name is Mike, smart guy with a 3.9 GPA, but he's not a nerd. He dreams of going to MIT to study financial engineering so that he can become an analyst at Goldman Sachs. He has 2 brothers, no girlfriend, and love to shop at TJ Maxx.
That's all the research and recommendation we have done for Dell from Interad. Hope Dell now has the power to do more. Thank you for watching.